Tell us,
Yes,
how did you come to Keller Williams?
I think about the middle of 2009, I realized that something was wrong, because I'm a broker and also a producing team, and I realized that something was broken because I kept seeing my agents having to leave, and they were having to leave not because of me, but because they weren't making enough money. Now, when you're making $100,000, $150,000 a year, you can afford to pay that check every month, and it wasn't a big deal. However, when your income goes down and you don't change and evolve with the times, then all of a sudden things become a little bit more difficult. And I was seeing my dear friends who had been with me 10, 20 years, because I was RE/MAX for 20 years. I was actually seeing them have to leave, not because of me, but because they couldn't afford to pay they had to decide whether to pay me or their mortgage payment. And I looked at that, and I started thinking in 2009, and I actually went to my agents and said, we have a problem. And they said, what's the problem? I said, well, agents are having to leave because they're not making enough money. The company is not making any money, and I need y'all's help in solving this. I'm thinking about a couple ideas, and I need y'all's help. And it's kind of amazing, their answer. Do you know what their answer was? We don't care. We just want a place to work. So I started looking at these different things about how, because you have to make a decision on a franchise for 5 years. I'd been there 20, my franchise was expiring, and I said, what's best for me? What can we do? Because I have a lot of things that are important to me, and I want the best training for my agents. I said they need to evolve, and I need to figure out how they can do a lot of different things. And so I looked at it. I looked at all these different things, going independent and everything else. And I said, why? And I talked to other franchises, and then I actually remembered this book called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. I said, I remember this little company that interviewed me for MREA back when, and they planted a seed. And I said, let me call them. And so I called and asked for Gary. And the next day, Mark was sitting down in my office. And really, he's the reason I'm here. And it's actually a funny story. When I called Mark, I was searching for something, and I didn't know exactly what. I didn't know my why. And but he says, tell me what you need. He was looking for my win. I said, well, here's what I need. I said, I need the best training for my agents, because they're not evolving with today's marketplace, and because of that, they're dying. So they're having to leave me because they're dying. He says, I can do that. And he just always had this wonderful smile. And he said, I can do that. And then I said, okay, well, that's good. I said, but also, I have to give you another. I kept going, I had him with different things. I said, I also need something that's got a more flexible payment schedule for my agents, because they can only pay as they go, not every month, no matter what. And he said, I can do that too. And then I kept going at it. I said, okay. So you've got I said, so you can train them so they can evolve, and you've got a flexible payment schedule. And I said, okay. And I need a company that I can make a profit at. I know that's hard to ask, but I said, I need a company that I can make a profit. And he said, I can do that. Okay. I said, well, I also need another thing. I said, I need a company that, even though I make a profit, I said, I don't want to run it. I've run real estate companies like this sweet lady next to me for a long time, and I don't want agents chasing me to the bathroom anymore to ask me questions. and so I don't want to run it anymore, but I want to make a profit. He says, I can do that too. I said, okay. I said, one more thing. I said, I have a company that I started because the RE/MAX was charging a broker service fee, and I said, I thought all my agents were going to leave when we started charging that, and so I started a title company, and I said, I profit shared with them. So I was already seeing the model. I said, let me share with you the profits for the company. If you help me be successful, I'll help you be successful. So I said, I'd love to have a concept where they can share the profits with me too. When I make money, they make money. And he says, I can do that too. I said, okay, I'm in.
That was great, Joe. And boy, was that a win for